Hello and welcome to FolioWeb. In this second of the 8-part intro series, we're going to cover logging into FolioWeb. First, your username in FolioWeb is the same as your Flashline username. That is, it's the first part of your email address without the @kent.edu part. So here's the difference between your username is without @kent.edu and your email address is the full thing, including the @kent.edu. So your username in FolioWeb is the same as your Flashline username, just the first part of your Kent email. Your password is not the same as your Flashline password unless you change it to your Flashline password. Initially, your FolioWeb password is set to an algorithm that's based on the first 3 letters of your Kent department and your banner ID. But it's very easy to have it emailed to you so that you can change it very quickly, and we're going to cover that in just a moment. It's a good idea to change your password, and a good idea to change your password to something other than your Flashline password. It's a good idea not to have all the systems that you interact with have the same password. So change your password immediately and change it to something other than your FolioWeb password. So here we are at the FolioWeb homepage, and what we want to do to find out what our password is click on the passwords link and select Email Password Retrieval, and then simply enter our entire Kent State email address. And for this series, we're going to be using a fictitious username, Jane Faculty, and her email is jfaculty@kent.edu. So we'll enter the email, click Continue, and what it'll tell us in just a moment is that your password has been emailed to your Kent State University email account. So in just a moment, the email will arrive and your password will be in that email. And there's the email with our password. All we have to do is click on it and we'll see that it has replied to me that my username is jfaculty and my password is p_ssw0rd. And yours will be a little different than this at the first stab. But what I'm going to do, just to eliminate any possibility of error here, is copy this password. I'm going to highlight it in the email, and I'm going to choose Copy, and then I'll delete this email. I don't need it anymore. And now I'm going to log in with that password and username, jfaculty, and I'm just going to paste in that password. And here I am logged in with my username and temporary password. Now that I'm logged in the first time, I can go to the passwords link again and change my password to something a little bit more memorable. And I have to type it twice. And again, it's a good idea to change your password to something other than your Kent State Flashline password. And then it'll tell me that my password has been reset and I'm all set to go. So the password I just created will now be my FolioWeb password. And in a few moments, I'll get another email confirming that my password has been changed in the system. So we've seen how to log in and change our passwords, and our last topic for our first video is the different types of help that are available should you need it as you work with FolioWeb. The best way to get help is to send an email to support@folioweb.com, and notice here that the URL is folioweb.com, not .org as the website ordinarily is. Support@folioweb.com, and you'll get a very rapid response. As we'll see in just a second, there's also a comprehensive set of tutorials like the one that you're viewing now, and there are manuals available also at the help system. There's also regularly scheduled workshops, typically more heavy in the summer than other months, but they're scheduled throughout the year, summer, December, usually one in March or June. So tune into the workshops. They're usually listed on the FolioWeb homepage and give you date and time and the opportunity to sign up for a workshop. Let's take a quick look at the help system, although you've been there by now if you've had a chance to see this video. So from the FolioWeb homepage, there's a help button. At the help button, you can see that there are lots of opportunities here to check out a workshop, look at the user manuals, or the tutorials. And the tutorials are divided into categories, and the tutorials that are pertinent for the RPT and review process are the RPT review tutorials. And there are a series of video tutorials there as well. There's an attempt on each screen to provide you with some context-sensitive help, and reading the screens is a really good way to avoid getting confused as to what's going on there. So there's lots of support available for you as you use FolioWeb, but probably the most convenient and quick is to send an email to support@folioweb.com. In our next video, we're going to begin the process in earnest by looking at how to set up a personnel action for your profile in FolioWeb so that you can upload your files correctly.